Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, for giving us this truth. Double honor to all the elders, teaching on the four corners of the earth, teaching in truth and sincerity to you. I say shalom. Brother Khan from the set of the Lions of Judah, Jeshurun here in Chicago, to you. I say shalom. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to trigger the algorithms so the elect can see these videos. The title of this video is going to be titled, This Dominican Sister Admits That the Dominicans Are So-Called Black.
Right, the whole hype going on TikTok right now, whether Dominicans are black or not. So, the best way to explain it is genetically. Dominicans are Tainos or Arawak, Europeans, and black. Now, phenotypically, we have more black and European. Like in Dominican Republic, you can see people that are very light skinned but have like very kinky curly hair and with very African features like the nose, the cheekbones, the full lips, all of that. And also you can see people with very dark skin with more Eurocentric features like thinner lips, smaller nose, etc. And also you can see people that look like they could be either or. Now, when I came to the States, I used to like mention that I was black or whatever, and people would be like, oh, I thought Dominicans were not black. And this is because there's a group of Dominicans that are phenotypically black, but they don't want to be labeled as. And honestly, it's a little bit embarrassing. Like, the other day, I saw this girl. I was scrolling on TikTok, and I'm seeing this girl explaining that she's not black, but visibly she looked like Mama Tingo, and it's like, bro. So, in conclusion, most Dominicans are genetically black, but they don't like to identify themselves as. On the flip side, there are people or Dominicans like me who embrace their blackness. So yes, there are black people in the Dominican Republic.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 1. At the same time, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, will I be the God of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. So he said he's going to be the God of all the families of Israel. He didn't just say Ephraim. He didn't just say Judah. All right, he didn't just say Levi, but he said all the families of Israel. Okay? Now, the reason why I brought this scripture out, because you have certain Israelites out there that doesn't subscribe to the 12 tribes chart. Well, if you don't understand the 12 tribes chart, you don't understand slavery and prophecy. Because the reason why our brothers, the Dominicans and sisters, which is the tribe of Simeon, according to the Bible, the reason why they're suffering over there from identity crisis is because when we were brought to this side of the world, you know, we was mingling with the other nations, and this is the reason why we all don't look the same as we did in the past. But just because they doesn't look like a lot of Judites, or they don't want to identify with Judah or the rest of the other tribes as in looks, that doesn't mean that they're not our people. See, because we have to understand this, that being an Israelite is not solely off of the looks. It's about the bloodline. Jeremiah 12, verse 9, mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. Right? And we can stop right there. Why did the Most High say this? He said, my heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her, Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. Okay, so we among the other nations, man, and Paul's ministry would have been or is to the Dominicans and all the other 12 tribes who don't know who they are. All right. So it says once again, I'm gonna read that part. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. So the Most High, his heritage, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, his heritage is like a bird with different spots on that because guess what? We come in different colors. All right. And being an Israelite is solely off of the seed of the man. Let's get that. Numbers 1 and 18. Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. All right? By the house of their fathers. So if you was ignorantly dealing with a woman of another nation and you had a baby by her and genetically the baby may not look like you, but it may look more like the mother, it doesn't matter because it's of the seed of the man. And it's the same case when it comes to the Dominicans. Now, in Israel, we got this thing where we talk about how the Dominicans, sometimes they like lack understanding because they will say that they're not black, but when you look at them, they look just like a so-called Negro, which the sister, she cleared up by saying that, yeah, we identify as so-called black, but you have another branch of Dominicans that'd be the same color as me that would not identify as black, right? And we know a bunch of, Dominicans as Sammy Sosa, as, different celebrities like the sister that played in Colombiana, right? So these brothers and sisters are the same color as us, but they are from the tribe of Simeon. Okay, they speak Spanish, and they are right there on the island on the other side of Haiti. But the scriptures say that our people would be destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And this is why I did this video to clear up things that, being an Israelite is not solely off of how you look. So once again, if you don't prescribe to the 12 tribes chart, you have to understand that it's biblical. It's deeper than just skin color and saying, oh, they don't look like us or they this or they that, and it's deeper than that. And once you understand, you know. Because the Israelites are scattered to the four corners of the earth. Okay, and for the Dominicans out there that have brown skin as us, and you don't identify with being so-called black, that is mental illness. And there's a scripture for that. Deuteronomy 28, verse 28. And the Lord Yahweh shall smite thee with madness, blindness, and astonishment of heart. So you can't understand or identify that your people, you and your people are so-called people of color. That is a curse right there. When you start doing stuff like bleaching your skin just to be a little more fair-skinned and stuff like that, that's plaguing our brothers from the tribe of Simeon, man. And and this plaguing Judah, it's plaguing Judah too. You know what I'm saying? It's plaguing the tribe of Judah as well, because a lot of these celebrities, when they get rich, what they do, they bleach their skin. Like, you could literally tell that they are a shade lighter. So, you know what I'm saying? This curse is hitting Simeon, but it's hitting Simeon hard, but it's plaguing all the other tribes. All right, let's get that again. Deuteronomy 28, verse 28. The Lord Yahweh shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. So a lot of our people, they're astonished at heart. They blind. They smitten with madness, man. You know? And it's just and it's crazy. But I want to go to the book of Numbers, the 36th chapter, because according to the Bible, the tribes can intermingle. Okay? Judah can intermingle with Levi. Levi can intermingle with Issachar. But the problem is, if they intermingle with each other, their inheritance will be given to the person that's outside of that tribe. And we're going to get that. And then we're going to close out through the spirit. As my daughter, she tried to bombard in the garage while I'm recording this video. Numbers chapter 36, verse 3. And if they be married to any of the sons of the other tribes of the children of Israel, then shall their inheritance be taken from the inheritance of our fathers, and shall be put to the inheritance of the tribe whereunto they are received. So shall it be taken from the lot of our inheritance. So if you deal with a woman that's of the tribe of Dominican, which is the tribe of Simeon, the inheritance that she gets, she inherit your inheritance from your fathers. All right. So the tribes can't intermingle. They just will have their inheritance at jeopardy. All right. So I hope this video was edifying through the spirit, power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. With that, I bid you a shalom.